Welcome to our deep dive. We're tackling The Secret today. Rhonda Byrne's book.
Oh yeah, huge bestseller.
Yeah, it really took off with the whole law of attraction thing, right? Like, manifest anything you want. Money, relationships, even health.
Totally. Even kind of bends your mind about reality.
That's what I'm curious about. Is it just, like, positive thinking, or is there more to it?
It's deeper than that.
Yeah.
It's all about the law of attraction. Basically, like,
Yeah.
attracts, like, you know, your thoughts, your feelings, they have a frequency.
Okay, so if I'm thinking negative thoughts, I'm attracting more negativity.
The book definitely suggests that. Byrne brings in all these teachers, historical figures like Plato, and modern folks like Bob Proctor, Jack Canfield, all saying you can create your own reality.
So it's not about ignoring problems.
No, it's about shifting your focus to what you do want. There's this really powerful story in the book about Robert. He was a gay student, really struggled.
What happened to him?
Bill Harris, one of the teachers in the book, he tells Robert's story. Robert was dealing with so much negativity because of his sexuality. Just stressed, scared all the time, focused on what he didn't want, the harassment, the prejudice.
So he was basically like broadcasting a frequency of being a victim.
Exactly. And Harris helped him shift that to focus on what he did want: acceptance, respect, finding happiness.
Did it work?
He started visualizing a life where those were his reality. And get this, things actually started to change. Harassment at work stopped, and he pursued stand-up comedy, which he loved.
Oh, wow.
And instead of the homophobic heckling he was used to, he got standing ovations.
Mindset can really make a difference, huh? So how do you actually use this law of attraction to get what you want?
The Secret lays out this three-step process: ask, believe, receive. First, you got to ask. Get crystal clear about what you desire. Write it down, present tense, like it's already yours.
Okay, so that's setting the intention.
Right. Then believe. This is where you have unwavering faith that what you want is on its way. Act, speak, think like you already have it.
The universe is listening, basically.
It responds to your dominant frequency. So match your energy to what you want to receive.
I get it. But do you have any, like, real-life examples of this believe step?
Totally. Mike Dooley, another teacher in the book, tells this story about a woman searching for her soulmate.
Oh, the love stuff. Everyone wants that.
She was doing all the visualizing, affirmations, the whole 9 yards, but nothing. Then she realized she was parking in the middle of her garage.
What does that have to do with anything?
No room for her partner's car.
Oh, I see. Like she was saying she wanted a partner, but her actions.
We're saying something else entirely. She made space in her garage, her closet, even her bed. And guess what?
She found someone?
Yep. Started attracting potential partners, and boom, found the one. Actions matched her beliefs.
Gotta be congruent, huh? Okay, what about money? Can The Secret really help you get rich?
That's the big question, right? The book says if you're constantly stressed about bills, debt,
Yeah.
you're amplifying that frequency of lack.
But if you're broke, how do you just shift to abundance?
It starts with feeling good about money, appreciate what you do have, visualize having more. There's even this secret check on their website.
What, like a fake check?
You fill it out with your name, the amount you want. Then visualize receiving, spending it.
It's like a fun way to think about abundance.
Jack Canfield, the chicken soup for the soul guy, he tried this. Set a goal to make $100,000 in a year, which was way more than he was making at the time.
No way. Did he actually hit it?
Used the law of attraction diligently and ended up earning $92,327 that year. He kept going, set bigger goals, and eventually achieved massive success.
Inspiring, for sure. What about relationships, though? Not just money, but can you, like, manifest your soulmate?
That's what a lot of people want to know, right? The Secret says it's possible, but you can't control another person's free will.
So no love spells.
Not exactly. It's more about aligning yourself with the frequency of what you desire in a partner.
So work on yourself first.
You attract what you are. If you want a healthy, loving relationship, you need to embody those qualities first.
Gotta build that foundation, right?
There's this story about a successful art director told by Marie Diamond, a feng shui expert. He couldn't find a partner, despite being charming. Diamond noticed he had the same painting everywhere in his house. A woman turning away.
Oh, no. Like literally pushing love away.
Subconsciously, maybe? She told him to paint a new image, him surrounded by women, happy. 6 months later,
He found someone.
dating life exploded. He shifted his energy, his surroundings.
Wow, I'm getting chills. But what about health? The Secret says you can heal yourself with your thoughts. That's a big claim.
It is. We need to be careful here. The Secret is not a replacement for actual medical advice or treatment.
Of course, always see a doctor.
It explores the idea that your thoughts, beliefs, they can impact your well-being. Like, sometimes disease is a manifestation of imbalanced thoughts.
So if you focused on healing,
It can create positive shifts. There are some amazing stories in the book. Kathy Goodman, she healed from breast cancer, all while believing in her recovery, visualizing herself healthy, and being grateful, even before she saw physical proof.
powerful stuff. It's that whole act as if thing again, right?
You got it. And then there's Morris Goodman, the miracle man. He was paralyzed after a plane crash. Doctors said, no hope.
His story is incredible.
He wouldn't accept it. Visualized himself walking out of the hospital and just focused on that. And on Christmas Day, he walked out.
Wow.
He said, man becomes what he thinks about. That's the secret in a nutshell.
And maybe we are more powerful than we realize. The secret isn't just about material stuff for healing, though. It goes deeper, right? Like who we are deep down.
You're right. It goes into this concept that we're not just physical, but eternal energy, vibrating at a frequency determined by our thoughts, our feelings.
Eternal energy, what does that even mean?
It's like, there's more to us than meets the eye. James Ray, another teacher in the book, compares how quantum physics and theology both describe energy.
Okay, now I'm really interested.
Quantum physicists say energy can't be created or destroyed, just changes form. Always was, always will be. And that echoes how religions describe God, right? Always existing, constantly transforming.
Oh, so two completely different fields are saying the same thing.
Right, and Ray concludes, you're a spiritual being. You're an energy field.
Mind-blowing. So we're walking around in these bodies, but we're really this limitless energy.
Exactly. Which means we can never not be.
Wow, that's huge. So if that's true, if we're this indestructible energy, what does that mean for what we can achieve?
That's the question The Secret wants us to ask. It challenges us to see ourselves as creators. We shape our reality.
No limits.
The only limits are the ones we set with our own beliefs.
So we ended on this wild idea that we're like this eternal, indestructible energy.
Yeah, it really makes you think, like if our true self is this boundless energy, always changing but never gone, what can we actually do with that? What's possible?
That's the big question. It's like, if there are no limits to this energy, are there really any limits to what we can achieve in life?
That's the challenge The Secret throws down, right?
Yeah.
It says we're not just along for the ride. We're creating this reality with every thought, feeling, belief.
So it's not just attracting things, it's like tapping into this deeper creative power.
Exactly. And this is where things get a little more, well, out there. The Secret talks about this universal mind.
Okay, universal mind, what's that?
It's this source of infinite intelligence, creativity. We're all connected to it, drawing from it, like plugging into this limitless power source.
Ooh, I like that. Like we've got this cosmic library of ideas just waiting to be accessed.
Perfect analogy. And how do we tap into it? Imagination, intuition, those aha moments,
Yeah.
that flash of insight out of nowhere. That's the universal mind at work.
I'm thinking about all the amazing inventions, art throughout history. Were those creators, maybe without knowing it, connected to this universal mind?
Interesting thought. The Secret does give some examples that hint at that connection. Remember the story of John Assarath? He manifested his dream house without even realizing it.
The vision board story, right? He put up a picture years ago, completely forgot about it. Then he moves into this new house and
Unpacks the vision board, and it's the exact same house. Like his subconscious mind was working on it all along.
it's wild. Shows you how powerful our minds can be, even when we're not aware of it. So if we're all tapped into this universal mind, this unlimited potential, are there truly no limits to what we can do?
That's what the book suggests. Dream big. A life overflowing with abundance, joy, purpose. The only limits are the ones we make up in our heads.
So if I'm constantly thinking, I'm not good enough or I'll never get that, I'm basically blocking myself.
Like attracts like, remember. Putting out that energy of lack, you're going to attract more of the same. But shift your mindset to abundance, possibility.
Then the universe has my back. It's more than just positive thinking, though, right? It's aligning your whole self, thoughts, feelings, actions with what you want.
You got it. The Secret talks about inspired action. Not forcing things, but getting into the flow of the universe and taking steps that feel right.
So listening to those gut feelings, those moments of inspiration, and acting on them, trusting it'll work out.
You're in the zone. When you're aligned with your true purpose, action feels easy, fulfilling. Think about when you're working on something you love. Time just flies by. That's flow.
I know that feeling. Everything just clicks. You're moving forward with this joy, this ease.
That's what The Secret says we should aim for in all areas of life. Approach everything with passion, purpose, joy. And speaking of purpose, one of the best things about this book is how it emphasizes living a meaningful life, contributing to something bigger.
Absolutely. It's not just about getting stuff for yourself. It's about realizing we're all connected, using our talents to make a positive impact.
I love that quote from the book. Follow your bliss and the universe will open doors for you where there were only walls.
Powerful stuff. So align yourself with your true passion, and the universe helps you out in amazing ways. But what about those times when things just aren't working? Even when you're trying to be positive, taking action. Does The Secret have anything to say about that?
It does. And this is where the idea of allowing comes in.
Allowing. What does that mean?
It's about surrendering, in a way.
Mm.
Trusting that the universe knows what it's doing, even if it doesn't make sense right now.
Yeah.
Letting go of trying to control every little detail, having faith that things are working out, even if it's not on your timeline.
So it's finding that balance, taking action, but also being open to whatever happens, the unexpected turns life throws at you.
You got it. We're not always in control of the how or when, but we can choose our attitude, our perspective in any situation. And that brings us to gratitude. Super important.
Yeah, because gratitude is about focusing on what you do have, not what's missing. Shifting your focus to the abundance that's already there.
Right. And remember, like attracts like. When you're grateful for what you have, even when things are tough, you're attracting more good things.
Gratitude's like a magnet for good stuff, then.
The Secret says a regular gratitude practice can be life-changing. Keeping a journal, telling loved ones how much they mean to you, even just noticing the beauty around you. All those little acts add up.
I love that. So besides visualizing affirmations, gratitude, are there any other specific techniques in The Secret for getting what you want?
There are a few. One that's really interesting is scripting.
Scripting, what's that?
Think of it like writing a movie script, but it's the script for your ideal life. You're the director, the writer, and the star.
Oh, I like this. So instead of just picturing it, I'm actually writing out the story of how I want my life to go.
Exactly. The Secret says to write in present tense, like it's already happening. Not a wish list, but a vivid, detailed description. Your ideal day, your dream job, the perfect relationship. Really feel it all as you write.
It's like creating a blueprint for the universe to follow.
Love it. And the more details, the more emotion you put into it, the more powerful it becomes.
So really feeling those desires like they're real, not just vaguely wishing for things.
Exactly. And read your script often. Relive those feelings of already having what you want.
Okay, so we've got visualizing, gratitude, scripting. They all kind of work together, building this momentum of good energy, getting in sync with what you want.
Exactly. It's about consciously choosing thoughts, feelings, actions that create the life you want to live.
You know, when I think about times I've achieved something I thought was impossible, it all started with that first spark. Daring to dream it, see it, believe in it.
That's the secret. Our thoughts are incredibly powerful. It might not always be a straight line, a predictable path.
But the more we align our thoughts, feelings, actions.
The more likely we are to create a life of abundance, joy, and purpose.
This has been amazing. We've covered so much about The Secret, from those specific techniques to the big, mind-blowing ideas. But it's not all about personal stuff, right? It talks about using the law of attraction to change the world, too.
Exactly. Next time, we'll dive into that. How The Secret applies to our relationship with the world around us. How to use this power for good, create a more harmonious, abundant planet.
Now that's a conversation I'm looking forward to. We'll be back soon with part 3 of our deep dives into The Secret.
All right, we're back. Deep dive into The Secret, part 3.
And it's been a wild ride so far, right? All those personal stories, the law of attraction, even that whole eternal energy thing. Lots to think about.
Yeah, my head's still spinning a bit. But like anything that gets super popular, The Secret has its critics too.
Oh, for sure.
So for this last part, I thought it would be good to, look at it from all sides, the good and the bad.
Always good to be balanced, right? Not just jump on the bandwagon.
Exactly. One of the big things people say is that The Secret is like oversimplifying things.
Oh, so?
It's almost like it's saying, think positive, poof, all your problems are gone.
Yeah, I can see that. Life's definitely more complicated than that. Right. It takes work, Sometimes therapy, sometimes medication. It's not all in your head.
The Secret's not a magic bullet, for sure. It's more about taking responsibility for your thoughts, but also being realistic. There are things you can control and things you can't.
Another criticism I hear is that it can sound like victim blaming.
Ooh, yeah, that's a tough one.
Like, if you're struggling, it's your fault for not being positive enough.
Right, that's just not fair. People's lives are shaped by so many things they have no control over. Systemic stuff, social issues, economic hardship.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can't just say someone's poor or sick because of their thoughts. It completely ignores all that real-world complexity.
The secret should be empowering, not make people feel worse.
One more thing that bugs me, it doesn't really talk about, like, chance, random stuff that happens.
Good point. Like, it implies we attract everything that comes our way, good or bad.
Yeah, but sometimes good things just happen, or bad things happen that you couldn't have prevented.
Life's full of surprises. Gotta acknowledge that. Find a way to accept the things we can't control.
So we've talked about some of the not-so-great aspects of The Secret, but what about the good stuff? What do you think it gets right?
Well, for me, one of the most valuable things is that focus on the power of our thoughts. It reminds us that we're not helpless. We do have a say in how our lives turn out.
It's like wake up and pay attention to that voice in your head.
Challenge those limiting beliefs.
Right.
Start thinking in a more positive, empowering way.
That shift in perspective can make a huge difference. And I also love how much The Secret talks about gratitude.
Oh, gratitude's amazing. Such a simple practice, but so profound.
It really does shift your whole energy, doesn't it?
It's like you're tuning into a different channel. Abundance instead of lack.
So big picture, it sounds like The Secret can be a helpful tool, but we've got to use it wisely, right?
Totally. It's not the answer to everything, but it gives you some principles, some practices that can make life better, as long as you use your common sense too.
Don't check your brain at the door.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's not about denying that there are problems or negative stuff happens. It's about where you choose to put your focus.
And remembering that we do have this power to shape our reality, not through magic, but by being mindful of our thoughts, feelings, actions.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
This has been awesome. The Secret, the whole law of attraction thing, we've explored so much.
Yeah.
From the basic techniques to, well, some pretty deep philosophical ideas.
It's been a fascinating journey.
And we tried to be honest about the potential downsides too, so everyone can take away what works for them.
It's all about finding what resonates, right?
Okay. So to everyone listening, we'd love to hear your thoughts on The Secret. Have you tried any of this stuff? Did it work? Hit us up on social media. Let's keep this conversation going.
Did you get any of that?